Welcome into the D2 Baseball Podcast. Robert Fry here today, joined with special guest Ben Shepard, one who set history by becoming the first freshman to throw a 9 inning no hitter in his collegiate debut. Ben, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Hey, and we're glad to have you. And so the first question I kind of want to ask is, the excitement of college baseball, right? You enter college baseball, you take the mound for USC Aiken, you perform well enough to earn a start, one, and then two, you throw a no hitter. Like my first question to you is kind of what was that pregame like? What was going through your mind before the game started, knowing, hey, like this is a first to first.
I mean, really just pre-game, I just went in with the mindset, just do your best, get through 5 or 6 innings, and just try and do my best to help the team get the win. But kept me in, kept going. It all just came together during the game.
And as the game was going along too, let's talk about that. When did, if any time, when did it start creeping into your mind that hey, something's going on here?
The fifth inning is when I really noticed. Everyone started acting a little weird in the dugout, so I kind of knew something was up and looked up to the scoreboard and saw the zero under the hits and kind of just hit me then.
And so, as that game was going along too, obviously the your pitches were rather effective. What was that like during warmups too, where you felt like, hey, I'm locked in, I'm in a groove, or kind of just did it adapt as the game went along?
I felt pretty good in the bullpen early on. I knew it was going to be a good day for pitching. I knew I was on that day. Um, and it honestly got better as I went on.
And so the other side of it too is, throwing that game is you were, I believe, the second game of the doubleheader. So not only that, but like, being told, hey, um, you're throwing game two. So, did you know that prior to that day? I assume you did, one, but two, like, what were the jitters like? Because, you're basically waiting the entire day. Getting ready to throw, and you have a game before it, and then you got to get into your routine probably before the first game ended slash in between games. What was that like?
Well, actually, I did not know I was going to start game two until during game one. The plan was the pitcher that came in relief for us in the first game, Nick, he was supposed to start game two, but we wanted to secure game one. So brought him in to close, and that's when I knew I was going to start game two. So around the sixth inning of the first game is when I knew I was going to start the second. So that's when I really had to start getting going, like getting in the right mindset. Uh, And then around the eighth or ninth is when I went down and started getting ready, just spacing myself out for a couple of innings, getting my mind right.
And so that's actually a very interesting story in itself, right? Because you go into the day not knowing you're going to be a starting pitcher, and being able to do that, being able to do what you did. But talk a little bit about just kind of like what the preseason was like for you. Um, we can go all the way back to the fall, how you felt. What was that like, stepping on a college campus for the first time, competing against college hitters, and now to get to where you are with a pretty successful first start.
Yeah, preseason I was very nervous coming in, brand new team, not really the most comfortable. It takes me a little bit to adjust to new people. So I know the first 2 weeks being on campus was a little rough, but I mean, I came out and performed well in the fall. Uh, our fall scrimmages, uh, I got a couple of starts out of the 3 games in the fall scrimmages. Um, just did pretty much similar to this, got quick outs, not many strikeouts, but a lot of easy outs. Um, but the work that we put in every day is very important. It is a lot of shoulder care because throwing harder, I mean, it's just really tough on the shoulder. I had problems with my shoulder over the fall, but that got better doing shoulder care, and now I'm feeling great.
Yeah, and with feeling great too, talk a little bit about just the impact so far in terms of your pitching development that the coaching staff has had.
They have had a lot of impact on it. I know coming in, my stretch was not nearly as good as it was now. I was losing like 4 or 5 mile an hour from my windup to my stretch. They really helped me work on that, getting them about even now. Um, and really worked on my slider a lot. My slider was really inconsistent, and now I'm able to command it pretty much whenever I want to.
And with that, consistency now, obviously the other side of it too is, you threw 91 pitches in your outing. And, a lot of that is a testament to, your high command. Now, talk a little bit about kind of while you were in high school, was this more your MO, or did you change a lot in terms of how you pitched coming into college?
Um, well, I didn't really throw much in high school. I played my junior and senior season. I was on JV my sophomore season and didn't play at all my freshman season. Um, so I didn't really have I was in a very small high school, so didn't really have time to work on my pitching mechanics because I had to play other positions. We didn't really have just POs. So getting here has been able to allow me to work on my pitching a lot more.
And with that work of pitching, the benefit of that is, you have a great start. Kind of what does that recovery process look like for you after that kind of start? Because, like you said, you didn't work much on pitching. I assume that, throwing 91 pitches has maybe never happened or maybe once a few times, if not at all, for you. What does the recovery process look like for you now?
Uh, Really making sure I stretch it out, not letting it get too tight. So the day after the game, I went out and stretched it out a little bit, threw a little bit, not long, just to get some blood moving through the arm. And then the day after that, I took off, still did some arm stretching, just no throwing. And after that, just picked it back up, came out, did some long toss, but really making sure I do band work, shoulder care, uh, after is the biggest thing.
And Ben, final question I have for you is, exciting with the first start, kind of with how you perform. What are you excited about going as the season goes along?
I'm just really excited to see how far we can make it as a team. We've got great team, great pitching staff. great defense behind me. Um, just really
And
excited to see.
Ben, really appreciate you taking out the time to talk with us and talk about your story and the intricacies of it and kind of some new findings about it. But wish you and USC Aiken the best of luck going forward into the future.
I appreciate it.
And that is Ben Shepard, freshman at USC Aiken, who threw a no hitter in his collegiate debut. We'd like to give a big thank you to all of our regional tier Patreon members. We couldn't make it to the ninth inning without the support of all of you. You're the real MVPs, hitting a home run for the team every single time. Thank you.